Thank you for choosing to listen to NPR. This has been Fresh Air. We hope you enjoyed your experience.
What is gender?
Gender, the idea of gender has been changing over the years. It's gone from something that was originally synonymous with sex to something that is now defined more as your gender identity.
So, we did some research, and according to Wikipedia, gender identity is this. In order to understand how our society uses gender, and to see how it affects children, specifically developing children, we assembled a team of experts to investigate a toy store. We found that, as we thought, toys were, in fact, very gendered. But the real question was why? And how much?
How present is gender in marketing?
You have to understand that a product aimed at a younger demographic is typically going to be bought by the parent or especially the relative. And sometimes you may have some relative that doesn't know anything about the child, their main knowledge about this child is their gender.
That brings up a very good point. How would parents know what to buy their kids if the toy store doesn't tell them what to buy based on their kid's gender? But also, is it even logical to assume that they would want different things?
What are some inherent differences between men and women?
Very specifically, men can throw an object much farther than
Specifically
women can.
throw?
Yes, specifically throw.
Why throw?
The men were suspected to be doing all of the hunting and throwing spears, throwing rocks.
It's quite sexist.
Sure.
So that settles why a baseball and a softball are thrown differently. But that doesn't really settle anything else. Our team of experts found many discrepancies that seem to be inexcusable.
Look at this crap. It says num-nums. That's obviously a food, but no, apparently it's a freaking light. Gender stereotypes are trying to poison young girls. Look at this. What if a girl wanted to keep people safe?
We observed a general pattern that boys' items were predominantly blue and girls' items were predominantly stupid.
Look at this, I get a 100-piece puzzle about little fairies because I think I'm stupid.
However, I get a 500-piece puzzle about sharks. I like sharks.
Is there anything inherently colored about gender?
I would not say so, not to my knowledge.
This says pink tablet. See, right here. Pink tablet. Oh, look at this. Is that a pink tablet?
Are you sure?
I have never seen a study that in some way significantly links a color.
What kind of credentials do you have to say that there isn't color linked to gender?
I have spent so many years at Harvard.
This thing, Sam?
It's a bezel.
Large bezels.
I don't know what a bezel is.
You're a girl.
Right.
The more time we spent at the toy store, the more the evidence seemed to pile up against them. Eventually, we decided to try to confront the toy store itself.
What's your opinion of gender stereotypes in this store?
Well, I feel as though we kind of make our toys as gender neutral as possible. But
Do you think there's anything inherently pink about you?
I don't think so.
Do you recognize this color? Do you recognize this color on your shirt? Do you like this color?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what it's called?
Blue.
Are you a kitchen?
I'm not.
Even though the store claimed to be gender neutral, there was obviously still a large divide, and that led to the question, is any of this okay?
You said that men could throw farther, but does this imply a mental difference?
That specifically does not imply a mental difference. I would say there are some mental differences, but they're extremely subtle.
Are these differences large enough to cause the dichotomy that we see in marketing with
No.
regard to gender?
Not at all. Marketing, and if you want a very clear example, look at marketing across different cultures.
So as it turns out, or at least how our investigation concludes, is that there really isn't a justification for such a large gender divide. And knowing that, we should all try to be less like a kitchen and more like a person.
We built this